The Trade Minister says farmers may be forced to turn away from the Chinese market as trade tensions continue to escalate. Let's go live now to political reporter Eliza Edwards. Eliza, has Simon Birmingham had any luck contacting his Chinese counterpart?
No, Danica, he hasn't. The Trade Minister's been trying to get in touch with his Chinese counterpart since Beijing threatened to impose tariffs on Australian barley a week ago. A final decision on that will be made on Tuesday. But if Beijing does press ahead with that threat, Simon Birmingham hasn't ruled out taking the issue to the World Trade Organization. Now, this is just one example of how tensions have been bubbling away over recent weeks since Australia called for an international inquiry into the coronavirus origins, something that has annoyed Beijing and prompted them to threaten trade retaliation. We also saw them ban some beef imports from Australia, although both sides claim that's unrelated to the pandemic probe. The Trade Minister really trying to sort these issues out with his Chinese counterpart, but so far, no response.
We've made a request for me to be able to have discussions with my Chinese counterpart. Now, that request has not been met, with the call being accommodated at this stage. The Australian government is always open for thoughtful and engaging dialogue with our international partners, including where we may disagree. It's for our counterparts around the world to decide whether or not they agree to the same standards of open dialogue and discussion.
Danica, the Trade Minister has suggested that some Australian businesses will start to look at other alternative markets because China will be deemed too risky. Business leaders also vocal about the need to avoid any trade war with Beijing. We saw the government's COVID Commission chair and former CEO of Fortescue Metals, Nev Power, saying that communication is key to getting the relationship with China back on track.
I think a lot of issues develop if there's no communication, and what we need to do is make sure that we're communicating constantly and making sure that those channels for communication remain open.
So, Danica, a lot of different views about how this important relationship can be handled.